Repeat your 48, I see you're moving now. Say your intentions.
And I do think that they want us to go back around and come in November. But there's the C-12 that's cranking up right now. Both engines started, so hopefully it shouldn't be too long. And then we got the little single engine that looks like they're over at Quebec.
Repeat your 48. I'll be following the Grumman on Quebec. I'll get him moving, then get you moving.
Yep, sounds good.
Hey, Grumman 19 Bravo, thanks for waiting. Runway 16 at Charlie, taxi Alpha Charlie intersection departure.
Taxi Charlie intersection 19 Bravo.
Grumman 19 Bravo, change for lines runway 16 at Bravo, taxi Alpha Bravo.
Alpha Bravo, 19 Bravo.
And repatriate 408, follow the Grumman, taxi via Quebec Alpha and November.
All right, Quebec Alpha and back to November. Repatriate 408.
November 1 Victor Alpha, how long until you can taxi out and hold short of Alpha on November?
We're ready to go now. That helicopter's already passed us.
November 1 Victor Alpha, roger. Then taxi to hold short of Alpha on November.
Hold short of Alpha on November 1 Victor Alpha. All right.
And repatriate
So,
just
on the Diamond, does it have a free cast ring nose wheel?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So this is very similar then. So
differential braking.
Yep. So it's all differential braking, very difficult, at low speeds to maintain center lines and whatnot.
The aircraft coming off on Charlie.
Oh, you broke up.
3 Bravo, hold your position. There's an aircraft coming off on Charlie.
I'll hold right here. Am I out of the way or keep moving?
No, you're good there. November 271 Victor Alpha and runway 16 at Bravo, taxi to November Alpha Bravo.
November Alpha Bravo, 16 Bravo, RV 1 Victor Alpha, thanks. Okay.
That guy screwed everything up. Yeah, so in that...
And ground, looks like the C-12's cranked up and Lyman's out there to move them out of the way. Mind if we wait for them to move first?
So they do...
that's no problem, still hold your position.
They bring all like the illegal immigrants that are in the country up here for processing.
Oh, no way.
At the Stafford County Sheriff, and that airplane's full of illegal immigrants.
Oh, wow.
They do a few flights every week,
Man.
coming back and forth. Obviously, this guy's new. He didn't know to go down November.
Ground Pat 282 is at the FBO with Juliet, ready taxi. Pat 282 ground, still hold your position for now. They have the MD-80 in sight currently on the ramp. We do.
Oh no, Grumman, you gotta pull up more.
4705, you on ground yet? 4705, say you're parking. 4705, just taxi southbound on Alpha, and I might need to get you off into the ramp earlier to get some aircraft moving.
And ground lineman's keeping us clear of the C-12.
And say again?
And the lineman's keeping us clear of the C-12 on the ramp.
That was repatriate calling?
That is affirmative.
Repatriate 48, Roger, you able to continue taxiing then on Quebec Alpha November?
All right, Alpha November, repatriate 408.
3 Bravo, you're going to continue taxiing to Charlie.
We will taxi to Charlie.
So spin around, do a run up here.
November 705, I'm actually going to have you turn off and onto Juliet and go off another ramp to get some aircraft moving here.
Roger.
Check our controls and everything.
And clean 43 heavy, do you have the MD-80 taxiing on Quebec?
Fuel's on, ignition's on.
Clean 43, thanks for waiting, follow the MD-80
here.
and taxi ramp Alpha.
Thanks, follow the MD-80, taxi guard ramp, thanks, clean 43.
Drop is good.
Clean 43, I just want to make sure you're going to the guard ramp.
Clean 43 is going to the guard ramp.
Copy.
Everything's running as it should. Alright, and he is still slowly rolling.
Would you like 705 to do a left on Juliet?
And 705, so turn left on Juliet and I'll let you know when you can get back out.
We'll do.
Bravo at Charlie, ready to go. 43 Sierra Bravo, runway 16 at Charlie, line up and wait. Line up and wait.
Are you from this area?
Charlie, 3.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Kind of from all over, but been in Portsmouth for a while, or Kittery, Kittery I should say.
Kittery? Nice.
Yeah.
Right next to the shipyard.
Oh, cool. They're probably used to those red helicopters buzzing around.
Yeah, Seacoast.
Yep. They're not everyone's biggest favorite helicopters. I hear a lot of complaints about them.
Grumman 1 and Charlie, see direction, turn on again.
19 Bravo is a left downwind departure.
19 Bravo, roger, and a left turn out is approved.
19 Bravo. Force Tower B271, Victor Alpha holding short, 16 Bravo for a south departure.
Victor Alpha, roger.
I got the Cirrus off first.
Here, Bravo, runway 16 at Charlie, wind 170 at 13, clear for takeoff. Previously departed Grumman is a left turn out.
I see that Grumman left turning out. I'm clear for departure, runway 1530 Bravo.
That was ugly.
Close. Almost got it.
When was the last time you've flown?
6 months ago.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Spent the last 5 in Afghanistan, so it's much nicer to be here.
Oh, I can only imagine. Only imagine. I'm sure the cool weather is nice.
Oh my god. Every day, 115 degrees.
Really?
For like 3 months.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
RV1 Victor Alpha, runway 16 at Bravo and 170 at 13, clear for takeoff.
We have takeoff 16 Bravo, RV1 Victor Alpha.
Victor Alpha, see direction, turn out.
They're looking to go to the southwest.
Your right turn out approved.
Right turn approved, 1 Victor Alpha, thanks.
Alright, so like I said, it's pretty choppy. It's always right around the tree line that's we actually get kicked in the ass. And once we get above in the smoother, I'm going to transfer it to you. Chances are you probably haven't flown anything this light. Okay, speed's alive, gauges are green. Up we go.
Number 3 Sierra Bravo, contact Boston, departure, good day. November 3 Sierra Bravo, contact Boston, departure.
Sounds like you already switched.
Grumman 19 Bravo, frequency change approved.
19 Bravo.
3 Sierra Bravo, Portsmouth.
Alright, doesn't seem so bad. You can go ahead and take it.
My aircraft.
Your aircraft's go. We're just going to climb out 75.
Got it.
And kind of stay away from this guy that doesn't appear on the radio anymore. And you can go like a 210 heading.
210.
I guess you're used to flying stick.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice.
I like it a lot versus the yoke.
Yep, I absolutely love stick. It really is like more comfortable, and you almost wonder why they even, introduced the yoke.
Yeah.
When all the early airplanes were all stick. Like, what's the real benefit of a yoke?
Probably some engineer somewhere.
Right.
Or monkey, a money cruncher.
Yep.
What are we going up to?
I'll go up to 2,000.
Gotcha. It really doesn't feel like it needs much rudder input.
Not really. It flies mostly straight, especially level at cruising.
Yeah.
It goes very straight.
Yeah, you want to leave power in?
So you can lower the nose.
Okay.
And kind of build up a little bit of speed and then pull it back to 4,500.
Gotcha.
And your trim is here.
Okay.
So you can adjust your trim as necessary. It'll probably take a little bit of nose down trim as we're accelerating.
Yep.
And go ahead and pull it back to 45.
Tower pad 282 is holding short of 16 at Charlie, ready for departure. Pad 282, Portsmouth, you ready to go? Ready to go. Pad 282, runway 16 at Charlie, line up and wait. Line up and wait, 282.
Out there should work.
All right, cool. Gained a little bit of altitude, but that's all right.
Pad 282, runway 16 at Charlie, wind 160 at 15, clear for takeoff.
All right, go left to like a 180 now. Hampton Airfield's right off the nose. We're just going to stay east of Hampton.
Gotcha.
1 Victor Alpha, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Talk to you in a bit.
Yeah, the weirdest part for me will be kind of thinking more GA-wise.
Yep.
Because they taught us a very pan structure. And it was very military-oriented, so,
right.
You know, flying initials, oval patterns instead of box patterns. And
weird stuff.
yeah. Those freaking military pilots, what do they know, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's definitely, you know, this will be much more relaxed.
2 contact Boston departure, we'll see you. Departure, we'll see you later, 282.
Yeah, just kind of go out, do what we need to do, go back in.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll always have a briefing prior to every lesson of what the plan is.
Gotcha.
But probably unlike the military, we don't necessarily have to stick to the plan.
Yeah.
You know, if something comes up and it's like, hey, let's do this, you know, we will. I assume probably in the military, it's like, all right, this is the plan, we're sticking to it. No deviation whatsoever.
Yeah. There's good parts of that and really not good parts to that.
Yeah.
Plus there was more like, you know, this is a job, don't screw up, all
right.
that, where it's like, come on man, I want to enjoy this. Like.
Right. Yeah, that was what was hard about going to school for it, is it was just taken so seriously, there was no fun in it.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to be able to, you know, come back here and do it sort of my way, and it's fun.
Oh yeah.
So our practice area kind of starts at right at Hampton Beach here.
Yeah.
This little peninsula is called Boar's Head.
Yep.
Kind of starts right there. So kind of do some turns and stuff, get a feel for the airplane. It'll definitely feel different than the Diamond.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you're used to flying a stick, so it's not that big of a deal. You know, you got experience under your belt, so if I tell you to do slow flight, you'll probably know it, you know, roughly how to do that.
Just about transferring the numbers and,
yep.
You know, figuring out which airspeed works best and responsiveness at that airspeed.
Yep.
You know, by the way, I was all right-handed, so
yeah.
now I got to learn at the left hand.
So in the Diamond, is there a throttle on the left side?
Yeah, so the way they set it up was they actually wanted the student on the right side of the aircraft.
Oh.
And they custom ordered these Diamonds so that the 6-pack was on the right side, circuit breakers and engine gauges were on the left for the IP. But it's because they wanted them in the, you know, for the guys who were going to fly fighters,
yep.
They wanted them right-handed with throttle on the left hand.
Yep.
Because that's how all their aircraft are set up.
Right.
So they you know, doesn't help me now, but
right.
But it's a good foundation to build off for them.
Huh. I never even thought of that. almost seemed like it'd be easier just to put a throttle like over here versus moving everything.
They're very stubborn in their ways, so.
And so the diamonds were military diamonds?
Yeah, it was contracted out, so, you know, they had Air Force personnel there kind of monitoring everything.
Yeah.
But all the guys were CFIs.
Okay.
You know, and this was 2012, so the airlines were still taking a hit, so
right.
They had a few guys there that were on furlough from United and US Air. Of course, now they're back with United and American and Delta, making money hand over fist.
Yep. Yeah, they're desperate now.
Yep.
Are you looking to just do this for fun, or are you looking to make a career out of it?
At the minimum, fun.
Yeah.
But you know, I think I'm reading the tea leaves from Boeing and all the aircraft publications out there, aviation publications, and I mean they're saying 250,000 pilots at the minimum for the next 20 years. So, I mean, hey, if it's an industry in need,
right,
I will gladly accept their money.
Right, exactly. So are you done with the Marines, or?
Yeah, I finished in 2016, so okay. I'm a civilian now, thank God.
Civilian life.
Oh yeah.
It's probably a good experience.
Yeah. Wouldn't trade it for the world, but happy to be done with it again.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and do a right turn to the west. Just kind of do like some S turns, get a feel for it.
Sure.
Kind of get a feel for the rudder. Yeah, the rudder's pretty sensitive. It doesn't take a whole lot of movement to get it.
Oh yeah, I feel it right there.
So did you do drones in the military?
Yep.
Yeah. That must have been pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. I'll say this much: it set me up for my my job right now.
Yeah. 621. Report turning final runway 16.
All right, report final on 16. So report 16. Check card 61.
How much solo time do you have?
Oh, it's in my book. I think I have right around 10 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Want to start going north again, or stay around over the beach?
Whatever you feel like doing.
Wherever.
Yep. I'm just kind of having you clear the air right now, and I'm going to throw you in slow flight.
Gotcha.
So you just kind of get a feel for the airplane in slow flight. Usually for like the intro flight, it's kind of like a scenic flight where you kind of guide it yourself.
Sure.
But, I mean, might as well practice something while we're out here, since that's what you're going to be working on.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and pull it back to 3,000. And below 82, you can put your flaps in. Flaps are down in between us.
Okay.
You're going to press that silver button all the way in, and then pull it up one notch.
Right there?
Yep.
Felt that. Said 35?
What's that?
You said 3,500?
Yes.
Okay.
And now you can put your other flap in. Same thing.
Oh, did it go? Oh, there it is. There we go.
So sometimes it needs to be pressed down pretty hard. Alright, and then give it about 3,800 RPM. That's what's going to bring your nose up and allow you to hold altitude a little bit better. The speed you're going to be pitching for is 55.
Okay.
So just slowly pull the nose up for 55, give it some throttle to maintain your altitude, hold about 2,000 feet, 55 knots. And then the 3,800 is sort of like the base RPM.
Gotcha.
Might, depending on density altitude, our altitude or whatever, it might need to be adjusted on that. But usually right around 38 we'll hold altitude.
And check card 621 is turning final for 16.
Card 621, check wheels down, runway 16, wind 160 at 12, clear to land.
Clear to land 16, check card 621.
Let's make a right turn to 270. Sometimes you'll need a little bit of throttle, and you know, if you start losing altitude through the turn, it won't be a lot.
Gotta work on my scan more.
A little overshoot, not too bad. Still within 10. Is this your first time flying around this area?
Yeah.
A pretty area. I'm sure Colorado's pretty, but...
Oh man, yeah. As I was telling Ryan, it's like, we don't have these issues. You just walk outside and, oh wow, it's clearing a billion. I guess we're flying today.
Really?
Yeah. Every day, sunny.
That's crazy. I never would have thought that. I would always think they would, you know, in the mountains it's always cloudy.
Well, remember half the state is mountains, the other half is plains.
True.
So it's...
Were you in the plains?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Hey, you think Colorado, you think of skiing.
Oh yeah. Definitely beautiful to fly out there though, man. It is,
I bet.
Yeah. Plus you can't really get lost. I mean, put the mountains on.
Right.
whichever side.
It's much like an ocean.
Yeah.
Alright, so do a left 360.
Okay.
Chart 621, left at the end, contact ground 1 off.
I'm sorry, say again for 621.
Left at the end, contact ground 120.95 1 off.
Alright, left at the end and 120.9, thanks, 621.
Portsmouth Tower, Grumman 4519, Bravo, 10 miles north, landing with Kilo.
4519 Bravo, continue inbound, remain east of the extended center line. You're following traffic on a 10-mile final.
Right, to remain east of the extended center line, traffic on 10-mile final.
Pretty good. Only lost about 60 feet.
Yeah.
Portsmouth Tower, Cirrus 2960 Romeo, ILS 16.
I also have 0 trim in right now.
Romeo, Portsmouth Tower, check wheels down, runway 16, wind 160.
Go ahead and try and trim it just so you get a feel for it.
So, pulling back, so I want to trim up a
safety
little.
area departure.
Okay.
Clear to land 1660 Romeo.
9 Bravo, do you have the Cirrus off your right wing in sight?
Negative.
1,700 feet descending.
That's a little bit easier. Amazing the power of trim.
Right?
It's always daunting when you start, but then it's like, oh my god, this is making my life easier.
Right. Yeah, I had one student that was like totally set on not using trim. He was like, no, I'm not going to use any aids. I want to just learn how to fly it without that stuff. And I was like, all right, whatever, dude.
Hey, power to you, brother.
He could not hold altitude to save his life. He was always fighting it. And finally I told him, I was like, the trim is there to help you, not, you know, it's not like a nanny, like it's not doing it for you, it's just to help.
Just enter the left downwind for 16 and report midfield.
Now he uses a trim.
You'll learn eventually.
Right. It's like, it's meant to be used, it's not meant to work against you.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go left turn 150.
150.
Really not too bad out here.
Yeah. Compared to, you know, Cessnas and Diamonds, is it pretty much the same though with the aerodynamics on it, like you know, just pitch power trim?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's an airplane's an airplane. It'll fly relatively the same, you know. But there's little quirks, like it doesn't need a whole lot of rudder. I think Cessnas need a lot of rudder.
Yeah.
You know, I've never flown a Diamond, so I can't really compare to it. But I think this is the easiest airplane I've ever flown. I've flown, I don't know, a few dozen. We got traffic passing on. It's going to be underneath us. 400 feet.
Gotcha. 19 Bravo.
Cruising right down here. Looks like going to a left turn now.
9 Bravo, follow that traffic and keep your speed up. You're inside of a Cherokee as well on about a 9-mile final.
Inside.
Check wheels down, runway 16, wind 150 at 16, clear to land number 2, Moa right of runway, departure end.
Actually looks like a Diamond.
19 Bravo. Clear.
They're out there.
Yep. Yeah, looks like a Diamond 20. Little sperm looking thing. Alright, let's make a left turn 030.
030.
Bees Tower, 7158 Charlie, 1.5 miles outside Pidu. We'll do public this for runway 16.
7158 Charlie, report a 3-mile final, 16.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Report a 3-mile final for 16.
Report 3 mile for 16, sorry Charlie.
One of my flights in Colorado was with my instructor, and we got a traffic warning. It was a guy going the wrong direction, or, you know, wrong altitude, wrong direction.
Yep.
And my instructor, I've never seen him take the aircraft faster than that.
Really?
Because, oh man, he pitched it nose down, we went nose over. And a couple seconds later, we looked behind and he was directly over us.
Oh wow.
It would have been bad.
There's a whale over here.
Oh really?
Yeah, go right turn 120. It's actually that boat just pulled up next to it, I think. But I saw like a huge splash.
Oh wow.
And I was like, all right, that's interesting.
I was gonna say, are those, I think those are whale watchers there?
They might be. Go stay a little bit left. I'll see if I can keep an eye on them. But they've actually been like in the surf the past few weeks.
Oh wow.
You know, breaching right in the surf, and it's been a lot of fun watching them. But I think they're impossible to find usually when the surf is this rough.
Yeah.
Because you can't see the.
Everything looks like.
Yeah, everything looks like, you know, splashes. But there's 2 massive splashes down here, and I saw, I think, the spout, and the boat just stopped. So there's definitely something there.
60 Romeo.
See if we can find them.
Left on Charlie, ground 1 off, 60 Romeo.
Any chance to land long, 19 Bravo?
19 Bravo, 1 million approved.
There's been like a ton of bait fish, pogies and mackerel, and it's been drawing them closer and closer. Let's kind of do a real shallow right turn, try and keep that boat in sight as you go around. I think they stopped. I think the splash was just closer to us. You can see there's a lot of birds down there, so it's definitely something going on.
definitely caught their attention.
Yeah.
Five Charlie on 3 mile, final request low approach.
5 Charlie, check wheels down, runway 16, wind 170 at 14, clear low approach, and mower right of runway, departure in.
Clear low approach, 5 Charlie.
49 Bravo, left on Bravo, contact ground 1 off.
Left on Bravo, contact ground 1 off, 19 Bravo.
So where did he go?
We're at 17 knot crosswind right now. Like something feels weird.
Definitely a little breezy today.
Yeah. Ground speed a whopping 42 knots.
Yep. Oh, they're moving. Yeah, there's so many white caps, it'd be so hard to see them come out.
Yeah.
When the water is nice and flat, you can see them rise up because you see like the bubbles around them.
Oh yeah.
But there's just bubbles everywhere. If he jumps again, I'll see it, but it all looks the same. Down to 39. Yeah, there was one day where there was like, there was so many bait fish that I think I saw probably 200 dolphins, 3 different species of whales. It was probably like 6 whales total. It was like crazy, just like right in outside the surf. And we were down like 400 feet right over the water, doing turns right over top of them.
That's pretty cool.
And pretty much all my students got a video of like us turning and the wingtip and the whale coming out of the water with its mouth open right at the wingtip.
Oh man.
That was a pretty cool week. And as we were flying down the beach, I could still see all the bait fish. So they won't be going anywhere until the food's gone. But one day my idea, I saw that they were out here, the whales, and so I grabbed my drone and I came out to the beach. And by the time I got here, they were too far out for me to feel comfortable flying my drone out.
5 Charlie, contact Boston departure.
Yeah, I don't want to lose that thing.
Yeah. Wouldn't be a happy camper. Getting pretty gray.
So I noticed you don't talk to Boston departure. You just leave them alone.
Yeah. They don't really.
They don't bother us. We don't bother them.
Right. They don't really care to talk to us if we're not at a higher altitude, more inland. And I made the practice areas for the flight school in certain areas where there's lower traffic.
Yeah.
You know, transient traffic. This is probably the busiest my Hampton practice area is probably the busiest out of the practice areas. But it's kind of a good thing too because it keeps your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
but it's mostly just low-level GA that's flying up and down the beach. So if we're out over the water 1 or 2 miles, we're usually clear of everybody. They kind of go right back down the coast here. Really, the only other airplanes that we would see being out here would be IFR traffic into Portsmouth that are heading out towards ID'd, which is a approach fix. So that's why I usually leave it tuned into Portsmouth, so we can hear if someone's coming in on instrument approach.
Sure.
We got Hampton as well, 122.8, but it's too windy today. There's probably nobody flying out of Hampton. But we can monitor that and be on Portsmouth at the same time. Yeah, it's pretty easy to fly. It's comfortable. Not difficult by any means.
Not fighting it, not have to constantly trim it.
Nope. Yeah, it just kind of sits there. Somebody out here 500 feet below us. Wonder what they're doing so low out over the ocean. Alright, you can go ahead and take it out of slow flight, give it some throttle, take your flaps out, and what I'll have you do next is try
just take the flaps out directly, or?
Just do one at a time once you get to 55.
Wisconsin traffic, Skyhawk 8818 Bravo. 6 miles southwest of the airfield, 1,200 inbound runway 25, Wisconsin.
There you go, now you can take your other one out above 60.
Speed it up just a little. And there's your
And
want to go back to 45?
Yeah, 45 will be fine. And make a left turn to the west. Gonna have you make an attempt at doing some steep turns.
Wisconsin traffic, Skyhawk 8818 Bravo, downwind 25, Wisconsin.
Alright, and whenever you're ready, just do a set of clearing turns, and then do 2 steep turns, one to the left, one to the right. And just try and maintain your altitude the whole time.
Left looks pretty good. Pretty good. So on the screen, it doesn't matter on the screen, or we do mostly just outside visual?
So, ideally outside, 45 degrees, but just for a reference, your white triangles on either side, that's your 45.
Got it.
All right. And just pick a reference point you can use off the nose. You can always manipulate the airplane, turn it into a direction that gives you a better reference point.
All right.
And start to the left. All right, now to the right. There's Hampton Airfield right down here on the right.
Got it.
There's nobody flying around, like I said. It's probably too windy. That's a pretty difficult airport to go in and out of when there's any sort of wind. The runway's so short. Cool. That wasn't so hard?
Nah. Didn't quite make it to 45, was fighting it just a little, but hey, I'll take it for my first one in about 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. I would not complain. Alright, let's go right turn. Let's go 320.
3-2.
See that water tower straight ahead?
Yep.
I want you to go down to that water tower, descend down to 1200. I'm going to have you try turns around a point.
Got it.
Hampton, Unicom, Bonanza is 10 miles to the south, inbound for landing. Which way are you landing?
Calling Hampton Unicom, we're landing to the south, runway 20.
20 to the south, thanks for the help.
Why is it that every small airfield in the world has
Really
that
well
one
right
guy
on the
that
trees. Hang on.
sounds like all he does is just sit in the tower?
Yep. Yep, just chilling there with a handheld radio, probably drinking a beer in his lawn chair.
I can't make it up that there was an airfield in Colorado where a guy literally did that.
Really?
Yeah, just dirt runway. Calling Fowler traffic. Oh my god. The little things with GA, I love it.
I know, exactly.
How many flight hours do you have?
I lost count when I hit 3,000.
Didn't know if you were way past the 1500 and wanted to go do that, or
way past 1500.
Yeah.
Definitely double that at least. I enjoy teaching.
Yeah.
Something about, you know, turning the autopilot on at 100 feet,
Yeah.
reading a book for a couple hours doesn't really appeal to me all that much.
I've definitely heard that a few times, you know.
I mean, sure, the pay might be great, but I don't know. It's just the quality of life and the fun.
Living in a hotel. And
right. Yeah. Having to get up at the crack of dawn and go in bed late. It just doesn't appeal to me at all.
That's why I say, at the minimum, I'd like to be a CFI someday. And just enjoy it.
It is. It's so fun. But flying GA is just way better, I think. meet a lot of interesting people this way.
Oh, I bet.
Because the experience is much more intimate than, you know, being on an airliner. You don't know anyone that you're flying when you're on an airliner.
High-speed bus driver.
Yeah, exactly.
So we want to do it around the tower?
Yeah. Yeah, it should be right down here on the left, right? Yeah.
That's the terrain feature I see coming up, right?
Yep.
I'm in Lewiston traffic, Skylane 42655, 10 miles south inbound for landing, runway 22.
Hampton traffic, Bonanza's on a 45 for the midfield, left downwind, runway 20, Hampton. Bonanza's downwind, runway 20, Hampton.
Creeping in a little bit.
Yeah, not my prettiest. Yeah. Also lost a few feet, so try that again.
I always tell my students these are the hardest maneuvers in the course is ground reference.
Yeah.
And it really is, because it's never the same. One day you think you did it great, the next day it's 20 knot winds and you have no idea what you're doing.
South inbound for landing, runway 22, Auburn Lewis.
Bonanza's Darnick base, 20, Hampton. Bonanza's turn to final, 20, Hampton, landing on the pavement.
Auburn Lewiston, Skylane 655, 3 miles south inbound for landing, 22, Auburn Lewiston. Provincetown traffic, Cherokee 6356 Julia, about 5 to the southeast. We'll be crossing overhead, entering right traffic 25, Provincetown.
Getting close again.
Yep. Ah, come on. I don't know if the wind's just playing with me right there, or... Yeah, let's try the right side now.
So according to our wind indicator there, it should be about 180. 180 at 9 knots.
Gotcha.
190. Swinging around a little bit. Did they have you do it on the right side in Colorado?
They had us do it on both sides.
Aircraft holding in full short. You guys are welcome to go. I'll hold them.
I think the FAA only tests on the pilot side. But obviously it's nice to be able to do it on both.
Yeah.
Pace Tower, repatriate 408. We'll be ready at the end. Runway 16.
Patriot 408, Portsmouth Tower, roger.
Traffic, 5 Quebec.
Patriot 408, runway 16, wind 180 at 14, clear for takeoff.
Okay, clear for takeoff, runway 16, repatriate 408.
I feel like you're doing better on the right side.
Yeah, I think I'm reading the winds a little bit better, so. Does the wind indicator automatically go, or did you mess with it a little?
So in the bottom left of the screen is what the wind is calculated through the GPS.
Gotcha.
I changed the heading bug to more indicate where the wind was coming from.
Gotcha. Okay, see that might have been the thing, was I thought it was coming out of the north a little bit more. Or, yeah, excuse me, the east.
Yeah, so at least according to the GPS wind indicator there, it's more out of the south. So I spun it around, the heading indicator to the south.
Portsmouth Tower, helicopter 8270.
I'll give it another shot going left side.
Sir Charlie, can you expect a immediate?
Roger, 827, Charlie.
Sir Charlie, off taxiway, being November, wind 17012, clear for takeoff, left, turn out approved. Traffic is MD80, departing 16 full length.
Clear for takeoff, Alpha November, left turn, and we'll be looking for the MD80, 827, Charlie. Juliet overhead, turning right downwind, 25, Provincetown.
Patriot 408, helicopter will be departing parallel taxiway to the east.
Okay, we'll be looking for the traffic, 408, we're on a roll.
Here, departing pattern to the northwest, southernmost traffic.
A little better.
Let's see when we come around here. that was my weak side right there.
That'll be the true test.
Yep.
And Provincetown traffic, Cherokee 6356 Juliet, right, base 25, Provincetown.
Patriot 408, contact boss, good day.
Good day, Patriot 408.
Little altitude back here.
Yeah, you're going into the wind now, so nice and shallow. Just don't rush it.
Yeah.
A little closer to it?
A little bit better, but still needs improvement.
Alright, good. Make a left turn 060. Go ahead and listen into the weather.
All aircraft. Hazardous weather information for Northeast region available on highways or flight service frequencies. DME out of service. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo. Portsmouth Tower information Kilo. 1856 Zulu observation.
Said 060?
0 at 16.
Yeah.
Visibility 10. Few clouds 3000. Ceiling 4500 overcast. Temperature 19er. 2.12. Altimeter 3010. Pressure altitude -63. Expect visual approach runway 16. Departing runway 16. Attention all aircraft. Hazardous weather information for Northeast region available on highways or flight service frequencies. DME out of service. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo.
Portsmouth Tower, V271, Victor Alpha 6 to the west, inbound Kilo, full stop.
Victor Alpha, are you 6 west?
Yep, 6 west for 1 Victor Alpha.
Victor Alpha, report a 2 mile right base.
2 mile right base, 161 Victor Alpha. Starting to look more and more like fall.
Oh yeah.
Starting to get some color in the trees down there.
I tell you, that's going to be the best part about flying around here.
Yeah. It's short-lived. It feels like it's, you know, beautiful, absolutely beautiful one day. The next day it's just brown. Brown and dead. And then you're just waiting for the first snow.
Yeah.
And it's real pretty during the snow. And then it's brown again when the snow goes away and you're waiting for the leaves to come back in the spring. RV1 Victor Alpha, 2 mile right base 16, full stop.
Victor Alpha, check wheels down, runway 16, wind 180 at 11, clear to land.
Clear to land 161 Victor Alpha.
You're down and welded.
Yep.
And tower 75, holding short on Bravo.
705, Portsmouth Tower, runway 16 at Bravo, wind 180 at 12, clear for takeoff, RV traffic in the right downwind.
Roger that, clear for takeoff, 705.
Victor Alpha, landing approved, light reciprocating traffic departing 16 at Bravo.
Traffic in sight, we'll exit Bravo, long landing 1 Victor Alpha. Alright, I'll go and take back my airplane.
Your aircraft.
And we're cleared for a long landing, so...
You mean we don't need all 11,000 feet?
Nope. I usually touch down like halfway between Charlie and Bravo.
Gotcha.
But we're gonna be getting kicked in the butt as we come down through here. A little bit of a slip. Alright, they're off the ground. Where it's going to be bumpy. That windsock looks like it's mostly down the runway.
Portsmouth Tower, helicopter 442 Bravo Delta is 10 miles to the north with Kilo.
Yeah, right down into ground effect, and we'll just fly it
42 Bravo Delta, Portsmouth Tower, report 1 mile east to the airport.
We'll report 1 mile east to Bravo Delta.
And tower 705, looking to make a left turn towards the shoreline.
705, left is not approved.
705, left turn.
Victor Alpha, left on Bravo, contact ground 1 off.
Left on Bravo, over to ground, 1 Victor Alpha.
Been on those a few times in my life.
C-17s?
Yeah.
They a nice ride?
Oh man, not comfortable, but oh man, they fly them like fighters.
Oh, I know it.
It is awesome. Saw one do 2 weeks ago do a combat takeoff over the airfield.
Yep. Just go vertical.
Just grip it and rip it. It was a spiraling up takeoff.
Okay.
But thing can perform.
Forces ground over U271 Victor Alpha, clear 16 Bravo, back in November.
Every 271 Victor Alpha, ground taxi to the hangar via Alpha November.
Alpha November to the hangars, 1 Victor Alpha. Yeah, we always get, it's funny, I don't know, it's probably planned, but there will be like days where it's dead quiet, and then one specific day where there's just like a ton of aircraft all show up at once. Like all 3 of those were not here.
Yeah.
They all showed up today, including that one over there. It's just weird. There won't be anything for days, and then one day they all show up all at the same time. Maybe it's planned, to do it that way, or it's just coincidence, but it's noticeable.
Yeah.
Every once in a while we'll get like F-16s coming from overseas. They're kind of fun to see. We had the Italian Air Force stay here for a couple weeks as they were on their way to Nevada.
Oh, nice.
For Red Flag. So they actually had a tornado parked in the hangar with us.
Huh.
It's crazy how big they are. And like how far behind they are in technology. Like,
oh yeah.
The thing was so old, it was leaking oil everywhere in the hangar. It's like, you guys fly this in combat? Like, I would not trust it. So we had F-35s that came in here that were being sent over to Israel. They had an in-flight emergency.
Oh.
They had to make an emergency landing here. Right out of the factory in Texas. They had just started the flight, basically. And
that sounds about right.
So they were here for 3 or 4 days, locked up in that blue hangar because no one wanted to know who they belonged to or what they were doing here. But yeah, we got some neat stuff. A lot of Ospreys,
yeah.
B-22s, and I absolutely love them. They're so cool to see.
They're kind of a goofy aircraft to fly in. I've been in one.
Yeah?
It's just weird.
So I talked to a pilot, and he said that there's actually like a helicopter pilot and a fixed-wing pilot in the seats, and they kind of transfer when they go into hover.
Well, yeah, I think because they have to think like both.
Right.
They have to think like a helicopter pilot, but then switch to fixed wing.
Right.
No, it's just kind of a goofy aircraft.
Do they have 2 pilots that fly in the different configuration, or does one pilot fly?
I don't think they do. I think they both are on the same page, if that makes sense.
Okay. That's not what he told me.
Engine speed